Rigid fittings are generally not permitted in Class 1 Division 2 locations. However, Sealtite, a flexible metal conduit, can be used in Class 1 Division 2 locations, but only under specific conditions and in compliance with the National Electrical Code (NEC). These conditions are designed to ensure safety and prevent explosions in environments where flammable gases or vapors may be present. Firstly, the Sealtite must be specifically listed for use in Class 1 Division 2 hazardous locations. This means it has been tested and certified to meet the stringent requirements for use in such environments. Secondly, the installation must adhere strictly to Article 501.4b of the National Electrical Code (NEC). This article provides detailed guidelines on the types of wiring methods permitted in Class 1 Division 2 locations and how they should be installed to maintain safety. Thirdly, the length of Sealtite used in any single continuous run is limited to a maximum of 10 feet. This restriction is in place to minimize the potential for the conduit to transmit explosions from one area to another. Fourthly, the Sealtite must be terminated with a fitting that is also listed for use in Class 1 Division 2 locations. These fittings are designed to provide a secure and explosion-proof connection between the Sealtite and the electrical enclosure. Fifthly, the Sealtite must be properly sealed at the point of termination to prevent the passage of gases or vapors into the electrical enclosure. This sealing is crucial to prevent the accumulation of flammable substances inside the enclosure, which could lead to an explosion. There are exceptions to the rule against using rigid fittings in Class 1 Division 2 locations. Firstly, rigid fittings made of a material listed for use in Class 1 Division 2 locations are permitted. This ensures the material itself is resistant to the corrosive or hazardous substances present. Secondly, when rigid fittings are sealed at both the point of entry and exit to prevent the passage of gases or vapors into the electrical enclosure, they can be used. This sealing effectively isolates the electrical system from the hazardous environment. The National Electrical Code (NEC) plays a vital role in ensuring electrical safety in hazardous locations. It provides detailed requirements for the selection, installation, and maintenance of electrical equipment in these areas. Class 1 locations are those where flammable gases or vapors are, or may be, present in the air in quantities sufficient to produce explosive or ignitable mixtures. These locations are further divided into Division 1 and Division 2. Division 1 locations are those where the hazardous substances are present continuously, intermittently, or periodically under normal operating conditions. Division 2 locations are those where the hazardous substances are present only under abnormal conditions, such as a leak or spill. The selection of electrical equipment for Class 1 Division 2 locations requires careful consideration of the specific hazardous substances present and the potential for explosion. Equipment must be designed and tested to prevent ignition of the hazardous substances. Explosion-proof enclosures are commonly used to house electrical equipment in Class 1 Division 2 locations. These enclosures are designed to contain any internal explosion and prevent it from propagating to the surrounding atmosphere. Intrinsically safe circuits are another method of protection used in Class 1 Division 2 locations. These circuits are designed to limit the amount of energy available to a level that is too low to ignite the hazardous substances. The installation of electrical equipment in Class 1 Division 2 locations must be performed by qualified personnel who are familiar with the NEC requirements. The installation must be inspected and approved by a qualified electrical inspector. Regular maintenance of electrical equipment in Class 1 Division 2 locations is essential to ensure continued safety. This includes inspecting the equipment for damage, cleaning the equipment, and testing the equipment to ensure it is functioning properly. Any repairs or replacements must be made with approved components. In summary, while rigid fittings are generally prohibited in Class 1 Division 2 locations, Sealtite can be used under specific conditions outlined by the NEC. These conditions include using listed Sealtite, adhering to NEC Article 501.4b, limiting the length of the Sealtite run, using listed fittings, and properly sealing the terminations. Exceptions exist for rigid fittings made of approved materials or when effectively sealed. Always consult the latest edition of the NEC and local regulations for the most up-to-date requirements. Understanding these regulations and adhering to them is crucial for ensuring the safety of personnel and equipment in hazardous locations. Improper installation or use of non-compliant equipment can lead to serious consequences, including explosions, fires, and injuries. Therefore, it is essential to prioritize safety and compliance in all electrical work performed in Class 1 Division 2 locations. The NEC provides comprehensive guidelines for electrical installations in hazardous locations, and it is the responsibility of all electrical professionals to be familiar with these guidelines and follow them diligently. This ensures a safe working environment and prevents accidents that could have devastating results. In addition to the specific requirements for rigid and Sealtite fittings, there are other important considerations for electrical installations in Class 1 Division 2 locations. These include proper grounding and bonding, surge protection, and the use of appropriate wiring methods. Grounding and bonding are essential for preventing electrical shock hazards and minimizing the risk of fire. Surge protection is important for protecting sensitive electronic equipment from damage caused by voltage spikes. The NEC specifies the types of wiring methods that are permitted in Class 1 Division 2 locations. These wiring methods are designed to provide a safe and reliable electrical system that minimizes the risk of ignition. The selection of wiring methods depends on the specific application and the type of hazardous substances present. Some common wiring methods used in Class 1 Division 2 locations include rigid metal conduit, intermediate metal conduit, and cable with a gas-tight sheath. All electrical equipment used in Class 1 Division 2 locations must be approved for use in these locations. This means that the equipment has been tested and certified to meet the requirements of the NEC. Approved equipment is marked with a label that indicates its suitability for use in hazardous locations. It is important to only use approved equipment in Class 1 Division 2 locations to ensure safety and compliance. The use of non-approved equipment can create a significant risk of explosion or fire. Regular inspections of electrical installations in Class 1 Division 2 locations are essential for identifying and correcting any potential hazards. These inspections should be performed by qualified personnel who are familiar with the NEC requirements. Inspections should include a visual examination of the equipment, testing of the grounding and bonding system, and verification of the proper operation of all safety devices. Any deficiencies identified during the inspection should be corrected promptly. The NEC is a constantly evolving document, and it is important to stay up to date with the latest changes. The NEC is revised every 3 years, and each edition includes new requirements and updates to existing requirements. It is the responsibility of all electrical professionals to be familiar with the latest edition of the NEC and to follow its requirements. Continuing education courses and seminars are available to help electrical professionals stay up to date with the NEC. By staying informed and following the NEC requirements, electrical professionals can ensure the safety of themselves and others in hazardous locations. In conclusion, the use of rigid and Sealtite fittings in Class 1 Division 2 locations is subject to specific requirements outlined in the National Electrical Code (NEC). Understanding these requirements and adhering to them is crucial for ensuring safety and preventing explosions. Sealtite can be used under specific conditions, while rigid fittings are generally prohibited unless they meet certain criteria, such as being made of approved materials or effectively sealed. Always consult the latest edition of the NEC and local regulations for the most up-to-date requirements.